Hi friends, it's Brittany from Ink of Papyrus, and today we're going to be doing a full flip through of this beautiful Blue Blooms journal. So I should first tell you that this entire cover was made from a single junk mail envelope, you know, like the bubble envelopes that you would get from Amazon. So I think the lesson that I learned from this journal was that sometimes if you let go of your expectations and just enjoy the process, you get the most stunning results. The other thing I wanted to show you here, this is a closure that was crafted from obviously a swatch of the fabric I used for the cover, and I just put a blue ribbon on top and then a pink ribbon on top, and then I punctured two holes, one at the far end here, one at the far end here, and I just knotted another smaller, thinner piece of ribbon, and so essentially this just wraps around almost like a belt. And it actually works pretty nicely, and it gives you a lot of wiggle room in terms of if you want to add stuff to your journal later and bulk it up a little bit, or if you take something out and it's not as thick as you thought it would be, the closure still works just like that. And then I just tie a bow here. On the top you'll see that this was done just with a brad. I just took some faux flowers. The white flowers here were decorated with watercolor paints. Alright, so let's take a look inside. So I will say I kept this journal really simple. The front and the back are just cardstock, and obviously I folded the fabric over and just sewed cardstock over it. Same with the top here, just ribbon sewn all across the top. So my first page, you know, I really kept the decorating very simple. I didn't go crazy, no wild projects, but I absolutely love the way this came out. So this was done with a stencil with some of the Distress Oxide shimmer sprays. Obviously just some dried flowers that I Mod Podged over. She found her bliss. I thought that was a perfect first page to this. Let's see, and I actually made this like 2 years ago, so I haven't looked in here for quite some time. Just some tags, some very simple book page pockets. I think I made this at the very beginning of like when I had maybe was a year or two in to making journals. So everything you'll see here is very simple. I didn't have a whole lot of craft supplies. I mean, I didn't have like really fancy things. I didn't have my die cutter machine yet, or a jelly plate, or this or that. So this right here is an envelope that I decoupaged with some tissue paper from Your Creative Studio and just embellished the window with some gold gilding wax, did some collage on the back, just very simple stuff. And this is one of the fancy sewing stitches that my machine does. Right, so again, just very simple stuff. Some journaling cards. I love these envelopes. These are just book page envelopes with some goodies inside. I need to make more. I think I'm running low in my stash, so I'm gonna have to do that. I have to do that sometime soon. Very simple. A little cluster here. I think I was really going for the blue theme in this journal. Blue, like naturey stuff. These are the Tim Holtz stamps, like the diagram stamps. I really like these. Just some coffee dyed paper with some stenciling. I did a lot of sewing in this journal too. I think, you know, at first I wasn't so sure because I was like, oh, red, does it really go? And that's what I had in my machine, and I sort of started embracing it and working in the red into the journal. And I'm really happy with how this came out. There's a lot of like whites and creams as well. I like how it all kind of works together. Okay, this is one of the like tri-fold flip outs. It looks like an envelope, but it is not sealed. It just folds right out. I have a little journaling card here. This is one of the ways I love adding oversized pages that I don't necessarily want to alter. If they're too long, then simply fold them in. You can kind of make a folio like I did, like this, and just simply clip it shut, and it gives whoever gets this a little bit of a surprise look and see what's inside. Some more writing room. These are all ink dyed papers. I think I used food coloring for most of them. Ooh, so I love this. So this was clearly a paint swatch, and I backed the windows with some fabric, went around it with gold gilding wax. I did some stamping and just painted in or colored in each of the flowers. And just did some sewing here. Okay, so again, I was like all about making pockets when I did this, but just a mix of cream and white I think looks so good together. I did some stamping along the pockets, made them different shapes just to show that they were actually layered pockets and to prompt someone to look inside. And again, very, very simple pieces of ephemera. This was sewing gone bad, and I just decided to embrace it and leave it as is. You have a whole bunch of nesting here. It's a big mess. I was like, you know what, forget it. It's going in as is. That was, I think, right before the death of my last sewing machine. Some more nature papers. Oh, I love the little squirrel. Let's see. This is some of that dried flower, the paper that the dried flowers are actually incorporated into, and I backed it with some embossed paper. Oh, I love these. So these are the tri-fold pockets that are just secure, or not pockets rather, sorry, the flip ups that are secured with just the washi tape. They easily flip up, so you can write on them, stamp on them, paint on them, do whatever you want. And I always like to put a little decoration on each to signify that they're their own separate paper. This is just, I think, a collaged paper that I made a pocket out of. Did Mod Podge. There's a coin envelope in there. Old book pages, a bookmark. Just some stamping and a simple envelope. I don't even know the purpose of this page. Let's see, I guess this has a little bit of writing room. I found this like vintage grammar book that I really, really liked. So a lot of the ephemera is made out of book pages from there. I love this fabric, this raised fabric paper. Oh, this is, I don't know, some kind of really cool stamp I have on music paper. Another bookmark. There's a lot of white and creams going on here. I really like it. Some like whimsical children's book page. Some handwritten page tabs there. Some stamping. Ooh, I love these tickets. I simply took cardstock and stamped on it, and basically just took my hole punch and went droop, droop, droop. And then you kind of draw, I drew some hash marks and some dots to just signify the beginning and the end of the ticket. You can put the same thing on every ticket, or you can, you know, decorate everyone differently. There's some writing, digital image, stamp, stamp. I think these are pretty cool. We gotta make some soon. Yeah, I love tickets. Love tickets. Stamped paper, some paper I wrote on. Ooh, I like this. This is just, I love the look of the white and the cream together, as you can see. So I I think I glued the doily down to the book page and put some lace and other things. This is some washi I have. I think that's just a digital image, but I think it looks spectacular. So this is probably some not sewing pattern, but from a sewing book. And I kind of just made it to a, this is supposed to be glued? Yeah, just like a tuck spot. And put some more sewing stamps there. Some ephemera. I think that all came out of a magazine. Yep, we'll have to do some magazine ephemera together. I have some Nat Geo magazines and some traveler magazines. And sometimes you get the prettiest ephemera out of them. If you put some Mod Podge over it, some matte Mod Podge, it really dulls the shine and it makes it look really spectacular. And you can go a long time with just using magazine images. In fact, I've seen creators who embellish an entire journal just out of magazine images. Never done one myself, but maybe it's time because I have a stack of magazines about a mile high. Some extra writing room. I would actually like to go back in this and just do some journaling and make it my own, like make it a personal journal. I love that stitch. Little mushroom tag. I saved the little, I thought the image here was pretty of the candle, so I just saved the little image from the masking tape that came in the Your Creative Studio box and just backed it with some paper. A library card thing. This came from one of my plant book pages. I love this altered paper clip. So this is a removable pocket with a little teeny tiny altered paper clip. I made this pocket and I thought it was perfect, but it swallowed up the whole page and I didn't want that. So I figure this way I can just pin it in, give myself some extra writing room. I sewed a little booklet. I'm gonna decorate this somehow, but I thought it went perfectly with this pocket here. Okay, and more. I think this is another, like, either from a seed catalog or something, but I thought, wow, this color scheme and the washi tape goes perfectly to complement this page. Just using a little circle as a tuck spot, a little circle punch. I thought the colors all went really well together. So very, very simple stuff. We're not talking anything crazy at all. This is just stenciled book page with some more embellishments, some stamped stuff, a cute little rabbit. Some more layered pockets. I think these are some of my French pages out of, I got a travel guide before I went to Martinique. I think it's all in French, so I started, don't tell anyone, I started cutting it up and I made the coolest embellishments out of it. I don't know, I think it's a beautiful language, so. I really like this page right here. It's kind of a collage, but not really, because the papers don't overlap or touch, but just incorporating different colors and different elements that line up. I don't know if there's a name for this. If there is, drop me a comment below, please, and tell me what this is called. Another pocket out of Collage Masterboard. some writing room. You know, sometimes I think just if you just want to put a piece of paper in your journal, a great way to just make it more exciting is just take some deckled edge scissors. If you don't have deckled scissors, just go like this, you know, just cut your own shapes out. Do something. I think I have some antique maps in here. Where's this from? I told you I haven't looked in this for a while. Churches? Wow, this looks old. Very, very old. It doesn't have a date on it. Okay, some more. We're getting to the end here. Some more beautiful book page. Again, some of these beautiful book pages have a lot of shine to them. If that is what's holding you back from using them, just get some of your Mod Podge. This is Mod Podge paper, and it works great at just dulling down any shine you may have. Some page tabs. Little scrappy, not even a scrappy notebook. I just sew this page on that page. This is one of the grammar pages, as you can see. I love putting little trim at the top of my pockets. Ooh, this is very lovely, like a sewing page. I think this was decoupaged from a napkin or some tissue paper. More black and white and cream. Little bookmark there. I think I had just gotten my new sewing machine, my brother's sewing machine that I like a whole lot. And so I think I was doing a lot of sewing when I made this. Looks like this one is a little bit brighter, the signature. Ooh, I love, I do get Scentbird sent to me every couple of months, so I keep the perfume cards, and I think they're gorgeous to put in journals. A lot of times they'll actually, on the back, they'll write the notes, like if it's, if there are like herbal notes or floral notes. I really like that. So I switch more towards the blue and the brighter floral themes. This is a envelope with some digital images in the window, and I think I made a, just made a pocket out of it. I made a video just on, because I love making things out of these windowed envelopes, so I will include the links to that above and in the description box. But I have so much fun with those. Just stamp paper, some washi, more book page, some cute little bookmarks. Oh, I've always worn rose perfumes, but I think of this as the City Rose. Oh, more, I can tell you, I think this came from my Nat Geo magazine. Some coin envelopes. Just some collage with some writing room. I think I used a lot of just like scraps that I had from packaging and different embellishment kits that I had, and I just kept it really, really easy and simple. That's why I think I'm gonna use this as like an everyday journal, because it's been sitting around on my shelf and there's tons of writing room and blank pages left to do stuff with, and it's like it's not intimidating at all. It's very user friendly. Yeah, plenty of pockets and room for things. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed flipping through this with me. This was kind of a walk down memory lane back to like simpler times. But I mean, sometimes those can be the most refreshing, and I can't wait to dig into this and kind of use this as probably like a day-to-day journal for the next few months. So if you enjoyed this and want to see more of Ink and Papyrus, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I can't wait to see you the next time.